Hello everyone, and welcome back to a new episode of Prismata. We got a win on the ticket at last. Let's try to extend that. Alarmadillo. I like that name. Kind of a tough one to read. I don't know, it took me a few tries. I was kind of trying to think of... At first it looked like some sort of Alamo thing for some reason. I'm not sure why. What happens here? Venges are probably just better than anything else? I don't know. Maybe if you can get enough going to build chieftains, that's really, really good soak. Of course, that loses to Ice Blades, probably. Slash Frostbites. But, I don't know. Oof. Against red, I think I would build Conduits and try for Venge. Huh. Are we just building two Tarsiers and a Blast Forge or something? What's the deal here? It's like... Ice Blades. Both players just want red-blue. I mean, I can see how against red-blue you would want red-blue, but I don't know how both players wound up there. I would have tried green. I don't know. I think I still overvalue Venges and don't quite understand when they're wrong. Huh. That Rhino's not going to get much value, is he? But I guess you need to build defenses at some point to protect your Tarsiers. Yeah, I like Alarmadillo's position. He just sort of has tempo on the attackers, right? He's half a turn ahead on that. I guess he has a lot less economy. I'm not sure. These engineers are pretty good, I think. Alright, well, let's go look at a different game. Hey, let's look at this game. Ex-Yotsuba. He's like quite highly ranked, right? Oh, what is this? I think Zamora or Venge should lose to Amparilla. Or anyway, Zamora should. I'm not so sure about Venge, actually. Well, with access to Corpus, you're probably going to be okay. And also Ferret and Sack. I think I want to go, like, turn 3 Animus here. I sort of expect to turn 2 Animus from him. What do I do about that? Maybe I respond with green for Venges? I think, though, that, like, with Ferret and Sack and Corpus, he can beat that, right? Arms Race is no good against someone who can threaten Amparilla at all credibly. Because they love engineers. So maybe I just, like, try for the higher econ Amparilla? Like, slash Tarsier or whatever? Like, I can build walls a little more easily. I don't know. Yeah, I think that Venges should lose even to Mono Red because of like Ferret and Sack and Corpus being very efficient defenders, and Amparilla being like an efficient attacker if you give them any breathing room. So I'm gonna try the mirror. Try to get value out of having higher economy. I don't think Second Animus is right here. I can tell you that for sure. Why was I even thinking about it? Who knows? Green. He feels ahead of me in a lot of ways. I have more drones, and I have the first wall. Is he trying to get a Xeno Guardian? Is that the idea? Could be. That would be pretty cool, I guess. But I think I'd rather just get more attackers than spend another turn buying Ferret and Sack. He's taking a lot of pressure off by building all these sacks, isn't he? Like, can I get an Amparilla at some stage here? A 3 Tarsier Amparilla is not amazing. But I could do that and like still get a Corpus, which would be kind of cool. And a 3 Tarsier Amparilla is fine. It's just not great. So let's say we get an Animus here. I have 11 bucks left, which I can spend on like Tarsier, Sack, Engies. And say you haven't put enough pressure on me, basically, is what I'm doing by trying this. I think it's worth a try. If he gets an Ampo, his Ferret and Sacks are going to be idling for quite a while, right? I think responding with Tarsiers is sort of fine for him. Maybe I should have cut one of these Engies? That would let me build another Tarsier this turn. Along with the Ampo. Instead of this Ferret and Sack. But I don't know, Ampo players love engineers, right? I said that earlier, didn't I? Not this turn, though. I'm going to float it and try to build wall Ampo next turn. I think it's just too late. How are you ever going to get to play that, right? I'm killing too much. I don't think he can build an Ampo next turn. Not when I'm threatening 12 attack and all you have is a Xeno Guardian and Xeno and wall, I guess. But still. What is this? Ampo double force field? He has 7 defense. He could have 11. I think I would breach, right? Even if he double force fields? I think it would have been better to cut this engineer, though. Ampo Tarsier this turn instead of Sack would probably have been better. Okay, yeah, if you do this, well, you don't have as much money next turn, you can't build as many force fields, right? I think he was... excuse me. I think he was too ambitious with his trying to get a Xeno Guardian, is my opinion. Like, I don't know, maybe I still lose, but I feel ahead, and I think it's because he gave me too much time by buying all these Ferritin Sacks and this green. Right, letting me do this. Alright, he got an Ampo. Well done. That's a lot of attack, actually. But what if I do this? I guess actually his attackers are as good as mine, right? He has 6 Tarsiers times 2, and I have 4 Tarsiers times 3. But I got there first. I don't know, I guess he has Absorbers. Yeah, actually, maybe this is working for him? Maybe not. I mean, I have to do this, but I think next turn he's dead, right? Oh, uh-oh. This is not dead. This is him being not dead. Help! 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 Actually, I think that might be okay. He only gets 2 Tarsiers and then I get 4. And then he gets the rest. Oh no! Help! Wow. That's brutal. Oh wait, no, I get 6, right? I get all of them, because I have 2 times 3 left. Yeah, I got him. Easy. Easy money. I forgot I had 2 Ampos, not just 1. So 2 Tarsiers is enough to finish him off. Whew, what a game. Wait a minute, I just saw an achievement of some sort go by. What was that? Let me open up the Steam overlay real quick. Close call. Win a ranked play game with 20 or less health worth of units remaining. Yeah, I had only 12. Alright, I'm surprised that I haven't done that before. Yeah, so I guess... I already said that I felt like he let off too much pressure. I also got a Ferritin Sack earlier than he did, so I could get a wall against his stuff sooner. But I think he just built a little bit too little attack. And also, like, by building Ferritin Sacks and Conduits, he's sort of teching a lot higher, where he actually is the one with fewer drones. And it's sort of hard for him to support all of that tech. But as you saw, it was very, very close. Huh. And a Xeno Guardian is good, but it was just a little bit too slow. And I don't know, what would happen if I'd cut one of these NGs to build Ampo Tarsier? seems I would have had a lot more attack, right? Like, obviously a Tarsier is pretty amazing, but let's try it. He's still doing this, and I don't know. He didn't really want to build a wall here. He wanted this to be part of his Xeno Guardian, so... I mean, what did he actually do in the game? It might be different on this line, of course, but... Like, he wanted more Tarsiers, sure. But he also needs to threaten to pressure me, doesn't he? Like, I feel like a Rhino might be better. Something like this. But I can build Ampo Tarsier. Hang on, did I cut too many NGs? What happened? Why was I able to do this and still have $3 left, whereas in the game I was unable to do this? Oh, because I actually... I started the analysis at a time when I was like considering cutting an NG, and then I cut one more. Okay, so if we start from here and then just cut one, and we give him a sort of similar turn. Yeah, now I have just barely enough, and this is looking pretty scary in terms of how much defense I have. When did he buy the second Animus in-game? Like, it's just hard for me to see a time when he could ever do it. I guess here, when he's spending all his defense on his tech on a Xeno, sort of. But then, like, what's he doing with his red? I don't get it. This? Ah, but yeah, I feel like this Rhino that I made him buy, did he buy that in the game? I don't know. At any rate, like, trying to get out this extra Tarsier has caused me a great deal of trouble, right? I don't know, I have Corpus. I can just cut the second Amparilla and build more Tarsiers with the one I have, right? And that's kind of good, too. Now he gets the Ampo, but he can't defend while he does this, so I don't know. Maybe I've messed up the defense for him somewhat, but this seems sort of good for me. I have the same amount of attack, but I've bought a lot more defense, and I haven't had to invest in a second Amparilla. Well, the attack that I have is a little bit slower, I guess. But I have this Corpus I can click, and like, that's pretty great. So when did he actually get the second Animus? So on this turn, yeah, he just built 2 Tarsiers. He didn't even build a Rhino. I think that was so greedy. But, I don't know, I mean, with Amparilla in the set, a Tarsier is pretty good, I guess. I think he needed to be in the position of threatening me rather than, like, or pressuring me, I should say, rather than building his own Amparilla. I don't know. But obviously it was extremely close. Having access to green made all the difference in the world to him. Drone Massacre, man. And also his Gigantic Absorber helped. What a game. If he'd had even one Tarsier left alive, it would have been a draw, because he would have killed both my Tarsiers. Oh, no, he would have... Oh yeah, and then I have nothing left but Amparillas, right? And he can't kill those with just 2 attack. Pretty funny. Yeah, so he was 1 health away from drawing, and maybe doing even better. And I feel like if he'd been a little less greedy by building, like making this Tarsier a Rhino or something, but then he doesn't have any dollars left. Oh, this drone. What a greedy play. Unbelievable. That actually, like, shocks me. I guess he managed to not defend with it for a little while, but wow. I wouldn't have had the guts. New peak rating, as always. I'll be interested to see how high I can get. It would be nice to be in the top 50. Yeah, that would be nice, I guess. That's all I have to say. What's on TV? String versus X Yotsuba. I wonder if he emoted me in that last game to try to get me to resign. Like, did he realize he was lost and that was the way his best chance? Or was, like, did he think he had won and was emoting to BM me? Or was it just like, I don't know, a joke? It's a mystery. Trump, hey. Cool. Where is he streaming? I don't know, probably not. Base +5. This looks like a Deadeye set for sure, with Shredder as like good soak. You probably get Tantalum Raids eventually, but also Oride Cores are a great way to keep producing value, like from one or two attackers. So, and there's it's like alternative economy, right? Ebbs and Orides, even once you have. Do I want a conduit here? Even once you've lost a bunch of drones to Deadeyes, you can still produce a lot of attack. Do I want a conduit? If I don't, I can build drone double Deadeye or double Blast Forge next turn. Start start sniping him. I think that's probably good. Actually, I don't want double Blast Forge, right? I want an Ebb Turbine first. Do you want the Deadeyes first? I think you just want to sort of curve out naturally into an Ebb Turbine and then Deadeyes, rather than cutting drones to get there, because this game's going to be about drones. Given that, do I want to carry some green over? I think it'll be fine to have green. I can DDB, then I'll have 13 with which I can Ebb Blast Forge Drone. I can't Ebb Blast Forge Drone with 13, can I? No. So cutting this conduit lets me get a drone 2 turns from now. Feels pretty gross. I'll want more engineers as well. Okay, I think I don't want the green yet. I haven't gotten to play Trump before. This is gonna be fun. Let's see, something like this. I don't know. I expect to buy everything in this set, honestly. Shredder? Why? Ebb is like amazing. You're the drone guy. You love drones. Why aren't you building an Ebb? It's like 2 drones. So do I build a wall in response to this, or do I just build an Ebb and replace the engineer? That would be 8, leaving me with $9. I could build Blast Forge Drone and then get started on Deadeyes. But if I don't ever build a wall, this Shredder is going to get way too much value, isn't it? I think I need a wall, which I don't like at all. And he'll build an Ebb Turbine, actually. Won't he? Not an Ebb Turbine, an Oride Core. To make his Shredder into 2 drones, in a way. Maybe it's not so good to let him have that value. Alright, let's first consider a plan where I don't wall. Build an Ebb Turbine, 2 Blast Forges. Wow. That would be a thing, huh? Then I could Deadeye wall. Deadeye Wall, NG Drone? Deadeye Wall is 10, NG Drone is 15. I would have 16. That seems alright. Three blue is a little bit too much though, isn't it? Like... No, I could build shredders or oride cores or ebbs or something. I think blue is fine to have for quite a while. Red. Well, I mean, if he's gonna build Tarsiers, then I'll be building some shredders instead of ebbs at some point. But it looks like he's not gonna Deadeye me, which I think is a mistake. Still, he's econing up, you know, which is probably the right idea for him. I don't want a Shredder yet because it's too easily exploitable when he has like a small amount of attack. If he gets to exactly 4, which is not that hard for him, it'll look pretty stupid. Is Trumpet Master tier yet? I'm not sure actually. Do we get another ebb? Probably, right? I think this is maybe time for some more tech. What tech? Red? This might be not the time for more tech, in fact. I should be careful. I thought this would be a game where we build a lot of drones, but he's not doing that, and I need to be sure that I don't like underreact to the attack he's building. So, what if I built like an Animus? I can build 2 Tarsiers is 8, Deadeye is 13, Shredder is 18. And if I'm doing that, this actually is kind of silly, and it should just be 2 drones. Maybe I should get a splitter here, and like I can get an oride core at some point. It's a little too early for a shredder. I don't need more tech. I can just stop building Deadeyes when I want attack. Three blue is gonna be plenty. And now this turn, getting a Shredder is fine, I think. Although I might prefer an Oride Core, since I'll have just the one attack. Could get both if I don't want another Deadeye. The Shredder here is just a defender, because he'll easily have 4 attack next turn. In fact, he'll have, well, maybe I should be careful. This gives him pretty good value for holding the Shredder and just attacking with these Tarsiers and not needing to build any more quick attack. Get an Oride core. And a conduit. I'll start building some real attack. I have like way too many drones, I think. And Tantalum Rays will be useful at some point, especially because you can click EBS. I think this is probably my last Deadeye. Hang on. Given that it's my last Deadeye, do I need this? No, right? I'll have, well, I'll have 25 bucks, given that I'm clicking the EB. Maybe I should just do this. Get some slow attack while I get value out of the Steel Splitter Oride clicks. I think I'm kind of over-teched here. But he's under-teched for 22 drones, right? Like, you need more than this to support 22 drones. He'll build more Tarsiers, which is fine, but then what? Well, I guess he's offering to let me kill an engineer here. I'll take it. I guess in a way he's reacting well to my Deadeyes by not over-teching. That's a fair point. Well, this Oride core is looking kind of stupid if I don't use it, but I guess that's fine. Two Shredders. Is he going to be able to exploit that easily? Probably. You only really want one Shredder at a time is the thing. So maybe I'll build a Splitter instead. Give him back the Engineer to let me tech out a little more efficiently. Well, actually though, here's the thing. These Tarsiers are coming in later. Maybe I should build a second Oride core so that I have this 2 attack and just build Engineers. I don't even need Engineers, right? Maybe 1. Because this will be defending. Let's try 1 more drone. Okay, remember to look at things from this perspective. What would I do here? Probably not double drone, right? I'd build an NG, but this is defending. But I have the Shredder available as so, okay, I think I can do without the Engineer. Our economies have actually leveled out to be about the same size, right? Because of all his EBS. He's got a lead on attackers, but he's actually running out of Tarsiers. Gonna have to tech into something else. It's interesting for him to offer me all these Engineers, since I have the Oride cores to take advantage if he doesn't. I think he's right. But actually holding it back right now kind of like makes me defend awkwardly, losing NGs instead of wall, so I don't know. Should I click the EB to get more NGs? Just 1 NG? Doesn't feel that great. But actually, next turn he's going to be probably killing a Shredder. And if he doesn't, I'm okay with that too. Yeah, you just want to build one of these at a time so that he has to give you absorb anyway. And now, obviously, we're done with the Orite cores. Oh, no, we're not. I can kill a Shredder. And then, yeah, that front line is dangerous, huh? Tantalum Ray's a good unit. See, for me, it's kind of good value to kill his Shredder because I'm getting Absorb Denial. For him, I'm not so sure. But he's ahead in attack. He has better tech. I don't know. I'm not so sure I like my position here. I might be overwalling, though. I guess he's not making use of Shredders. He really can't, actually, because he doesn't have enough blue. Ooh, okay. Yeah, I mean, I guess that makes sense. You're out of Tarsiers, so... How are the walls? I'm a bit low. I don't love my spot here, in fact. Boy. He just has so much attack. What have I done? I don't want to lose to Trump. He's a new player. Sort of. I mean, right. He played many years ago and then took a long break, much like me. But he started before I did, right? And has taken a similarly long hiatus. I don't know. As long as he keeps killing my Shredders, I think I'm okay, because they're sort of acting like prompt soak in this way, like as long as I'm cycling them. And he's killing the ones I'm actually attacking with, which I think is also a mistake. Wall supply is a big deal. For me, anyway. He doesn't care about it. Yeah, I'm scared. He should be clicking his EBs more. It's sort of good for me that he's not. If he can get these rhinos, if he can survive until these rhinos start defending, he's going to be, I think, way ahead. 4, 7, 9 prompt defense is what he can produce, so he can just hold one drone. Yikes. He should hold a drone and click ebb to build NGs. Now that's an interesting gambit. Oh, if he kills my Shredder, he doesn't have to hold a drone, I guess? Oh my god, I'm so dead. I'm out of walls. I think he should click like 2 EBs and build 4 engineers. I don't know, he's got these rhinos coming in. Ugh. I think I'm gonna lose this one. Waited too long to build attack, I guess. But, I mean, I don't know. I can make him lose these 2 rhinos, and he'll have not as much attack as it might look. His Tantalum Ray is out of charges. I have some advantages here. I'm maybe not totally toast. So he loses 2 attack here. But he's still attacking for 15. This defends. I can give him an engineer to get one myself. I don't think it's gonna matter very much, I'm just dead. I don't want to give him 2 engineers because that's a rhino. I wish I had access to green. That would be real nice. Yeah, he's just doing so much more actual attack than I am. And these rhinos are super defenders. I mean, okay, sure. He could absorb onto Rhino and counterattack. That's what he's thinking about, huh? Might be a bit tough for him, but he does have those 2 rhinos coming on defense duty. Certainly it's worth looking at. I could have held 1 more drone to prevent this, but I think I'm in a losing enough position that I need to try for greedy plays, not conservative plays. And it is a bit hard for him to attack with everything, isn't it? Maybe not. No, yeah, he's got me. What do I even have here? Hold 1,000,000 drones. This doesn't really defend. Hold all the drones. This also doesn't defend. Yeah, it looks like that'll do it. Well played. What went wrong here? I was just too focused on Deadeyes, I guess. Like, I think they're good here. But maybe I don't understand in what sets Deadeye is good. He started building, like, actual attackers, right? And that was... Deadeyes are supposed to be good when your opponent, like, wants to start building attack. it something that happened early? I don't think it was this shredder. I don't know. I committed to triple blue to let me, like, churn out Deadeyes and still get a wall. Maybe this whole Oride Core thing was, like, silly. I used it very little, I think. I don't know, it produced some money, but, like, just having attackers might have been better. Yeah, I mean, I guess this set, like, clearly shows I don't understand Deadeye as well as I thought. Maybe with Ebb Turbine around, it's just, like, too... Like, I don't know. I can still... You still kill just as much economy with the Deadeyes, whether Ebb Turbine's available or not. And... It's not like the opponent is usually limited by... Well, actually, maybe it was like drone supply, right? How many drones does he have left in his supply? 7? And he's built 8 of them in Ebb, so he now has like a larger economy than it would be possible to have without Ebb turbines. And he gets to keep going, right? Not much larger, but a little. And so I wasn't slowing him down as much as I might have thought. But I don't know, that was just like 1 or 2 drones late, right? An opponent without access to Ebbs could just build more drones for most of this game. I think it was like this like timing to begin attacking that I didn't respect enough. I thought access to shredders would be like a good way to make up for not having as much attack. But I think I just let him go too long. So what could I have done differently? Maybe the second Oride in the Shredder, like, should have been the Splitters. That would have helped a bit. Or maybe Shredder, Splitter, I don't know, but I don't have that much money. I think committing to triple blue sort of locks me into Deadeyes. And maybe that was the wrong idea. Like, when I see him build this Animus, I should be like, you know, he's building attackers soon. Oh, but he did that after my triple blue, huh? Huh. I thought in this set there were going to be plenty of ways to spend blue with like Shredder and being able to click Ebb Turbine. And so I'm sort of over-teching in the beginning because I just thought like, well, I can easily spend 3 blue at the beginning on like Wall Deadeye or like pick up some Orides or some Shredders or whatever. And I thought that in the late game this wouldn't be over-teching because I have Shredders. But actually, and Ebb clicks. Maybe that's something I could have done differently, is like, on one of the turns when I built 2 drones, I could have built an Ebb instead. Because like I ran into this problem in the late game where I couldn't click my Ebb fast enough. Maybe having 2 would have been good. Probably not, though. I don't know, this Animus might have been the wrong idea. Maybe I should have just picked up a Conduit and like gotten Tantalums eventually. Like I was over-teched. And having force fields would have been pretty cool. But I really needed to build some attack. I don't know, like, ugh. I guess I just didn't respect Trump enough. Like, I know he's sort of a newish player, and I felt like this was a Deadeye set. And that I would just sort of win if I built some Deadeyes and didn't really think about the details. But I let him get ahead of me with attack. And in this set, the efficient attackers are, like, Tantalum and Tarsier. I knew I was going to build them eventually, but I thought I'd just like build this gigantic tower of drones first, since we have like Ebb and the opponent isn't killing our drones with Deadeye. But you know, you can just build Tarsiers and yeah, I think the triple blue was actually the big mistake. This Shredder, like, made me overreact so much. I should have just, like... built a wall and some drones, and then later a second blast forge for Deadeyes, and then an Animus. Right? I only wanted triple blue once. All the other times I was having trouble spending it, and like I made myself feel clever by building like splitters and Oride cores and so on, but really I just wanted only 2 blue on these turns and would have been happier to have some red. So okay, I think that's the idea, is like just put the Ebb off for a little while, overreact to the Shredder by building a wall, oh well, and a couple drones. Right, like wall is 12, 2 drones leaves me 6, that's an Animus. Or a Blast Forge to get Deadeyes with. One of the two would have been better than Ebb triple blue, I think. This was my first mistake. And the whole rest of, all of my inefficiencies in the rest of the game sort of derive from that first mistake in a way. Okay, well, congratulations. And I guess that'll do it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.